Alright, when last we left off, yesterday, I honestly forget what I was doing.
You look like you have many things that you want to talk about.
Oh yes, Yasouka, you don't even know.
I know you're anxious and impatient right now, but can you please just tell me what happened?
Talking about the bloodstained paper bundles. Say, Yasouka, can you decipher these papers for me? I believe this is about the departed's wedding, but it's in an old script. And I'm sure this has something to do with the departed's grudge.
Sure. There's not much here, so it shouldn't take long. Wait a spell.
And the bloodstained papers to Yasouka. I attempt to calm myself down while Yasouka reads. In the meantime, I'll organize all the information I got in the forest. I might find out the truth about the departed. And hopefully, Mashita will show up at some point. The departed's wedding. A sacred wedding ceremony that was held in an attempt to end the famine. The brides and grooms were carefully selected based on their intelligence, lineage, personality, and spiritual strength. Which is why the chosen ones were thought to be blessed and envied by many. The truth is, those chosen brides and grooms actually believed they'd have a blissful marriage. The two chosen brides were Miyamuras. They were obviously sisters. On one beautiful night, the gorgeous bridal procession advanced deep into the forest. They were headed toward Mushikabi Shrine. However, the marriage ceremony held at that place was far from the happy occasion they'd wished for. Instead of marrying their grooms, the brides were paired with the deities Mushigami and Kabigami. And before their beheaded grooms, they were prepared for the wedding to the deities. And that preparation included being given a makeover with bugs and mold. And over time, their skins were consumed by insects and mold. To keep themselves alive, they consumed both the insects and the mold. And that's how the women who resembled corpses were made worthy of becoming brides of deities. For a long time, they had to suffer with bugs and mold slowly eating away at their bodies. A brutal betrayal for brides who were deceived into thinking they were destined for a happy marriage. Such an incident is cruel enough to have borne myriads of grudges.
I'm done reading. As you presumed, this was indeed about the departed's wedding. I shall give you a summary.
And I write down what Yasouka says in my notebook. I think it's you this time. I think last time I read it, it was supposed to be you.
Oh. Okay. Toolbox. Mushigami Groom. Suguo Kitajima Head. Kabigami Groom. Jiro Uchikoshi Head. Marriage. Kabigami Bride. Mikiko Mayumura. Mushigami Bride. Michiho Mayumura. The ceremony will be held on year, month, day, Mushikabi Shrine, priest Ujitaro Izumi, and 6 others. It was a note about the... Oh, that's yours. I think.
Yeah, it is. Hashiki.
Oh, right. It was a note about the religious oaths and the departed's wedding for the grooms, brides, and priests. Looks like residents of the town forgot the ceremony procedures given that it had been 100 years since it was last held. The chief priest of Mushikabi Shrine secretly wrote this memo for them. During the wedding ceremony in M-Town, the two grooms shall present their brides with red threads and smear lipstick on their teeth. This ceremony is unique to M-Town, where silkworm and safflower flourish. Previous brides have been overjoyed to be proposed in such a traditional way. However, the departed's wedding is different. Instead of the grooms, Mushigami and Kabigami, men from the town shall present the brides with insects instead of red threads and smear mold upon them instead of lipstick. This betrothal ceremony shall last for several days. During this time, the bride shall eat bugs and mold to survive. Their bodies shall continue to be consumed by insects and mold until they have turned into the departed, brides worthy of wedding the deities. Yasouka's summary of the papers confirms what I saw in the vision. Although I've only learned maybe half the truth of the situation, that much is enough to make my skin crawl and my stomach retch. What about them red lights? Yasouka, when did the light here turn red?
I noticed it as I started to lose consciousness. The departed's curse seems to have enveloped the entire school. This is the worst. We don't know what'll happen.
But why now?
If the cause is the same as last time, perhaps the departed has transformed again.
And that means... did they consume something again?
Possibly.
What did they consume then? Well, that's an interesting segue. Let's talk about Mashita's disappearance.
Where is Mashita, by the way? Why are you alone?
About that. I tell her about how the departed targeted Mashita and they both disappeared.
Oh, I see.
Because of me, Mashita is...
Do not blame yourself. Mashita was simply living life according to his own rules. He shouldn't have any regrets.
What rules?
To live the life of an officer. Even after he quit, he couldn't run away from his destiny.
Mashita's a tenacious man who would do anything to solve a case. And despite that, he never allowed himself to forget his past life as a cop. Those were his rules. Then that means... oh, I get it, Mashita. I'll give it my all and focus on solving this case. That's what you want, right? I've said everything I wanted to say to Yasouka. And with that, I have all the keys that I can possibly prepare. I don't know if this will be enough to battle against the departed's enormous resentment. But still...
Are you going, Yashuki?
yeah, the departed is calling me. I have to bring an end to this night.
As much as I want to come along with you, I'm afraid I would only get in your way. My feet have been hurting after I fainted. I'm unable to run in my condition.
That's fine. You can stay here. If I fail to come back, please take care of the rest for me.
Understood. Do you know where the departed is?
It's written in the notice. The clock tower, right below the oath bell.
I see. Hear me out, Yashiki. Mashita risked his life for you, as did I, Shou, Daimon, and Hiroo. Everyone wanted to help you out. That is what they believed. Faith is a weapon to battle against fear, and that's how they were able to challenge those spirits.
You're right. It's thanks to them that I'm here at this critical moment.
So, Yashiki, you risk your life to pursue these spirits. But what drives you to do it?
My motivation.
Bear me talk of a sense of responsibility or obligation. Tell me what you hope to accomplish by hunting spirits.
What made me start chasing spirits? Initially, it was because I didn't want to die. 4 months ago, I pursued spirits to escape death. I managed to save the souls of those spirits, and I survived. That should have been the end of my dealings with spirits. Except it wasn't. I continued pursuing them, enduring the fear, putting my life on the line. Why did I do that? I can only think of one answer. I just can't ignore those who have stepped into darkness. Not only those who are targeted by spirits, but the spirits who are bound by their regrets, who also want to be saved. I simply want to do what I can to help them.
So, you want to save everyone?
I'm not a saint. I know I can't save everyone. But I want to reach out my hand as far as I can and to as many as I can. I don't care if that makes me sound like a hypocrite with a martyr complex.
You sound like a doctor.
Maybe because I'm the spirit doctor.
In that case, you should hang on to that hypocrisy. So that everyone, both the living and the dead, can be saved and rest peacefully.
Yeah. Not common. Let's go get married. It's time to go to the clock tower. The departed awaits. It's lonely without another person in the corridor. wish Daimon was here. The clock tower. The departed must be waiting inside to exchange vows with their groom. Me. Once I step inside here, this case is coming to some kind of conclusion. Though there is one matter left that I need to resolve before I enter this place. And that is the true identity of the departed who has been hiding here in Konohara Academy. In the Red Wedding Hall, please call the name of your bride who is hiding in school. Reading the notice, it seems like they want an answer. I won't have time to think about this once I'm inside, so now's the only time I'll have to think it over. Ooh, crucial choices. Till I solve the departed mystery. Honestly, I don't really want to go gather any more teeth. First of all, I do have some speculations about their identity. About 100 years ago, there were brides who were brutally murdered during a wedding ceremony in M-Town. Harboring grudges against all the residents while still longing for marriage, they were devoured by insects and mold. Their enormous grudges turned them into the departed. That much we know. Now, the real question is, how did the departed hide in the school? Toshihiko Izumi said the departed was pretending to be a human. If he was telling the truth, I have a feeling they transformed into someone I know. They would want to observe their groom, me, from nearby. People of Konohara Academy interacted with me. Many of them were victims in the spirit cases. Naomi Horikoshi, Shinichi Kakuda, Ritsu Sakamoto. They're no longer here. I couldn't protect them. The ones who are still alive are the headmaster, Seizou Konoe, Himeko Doruyou, Haruaki Abe, and Aki Takahashi. And Michiho Kinukawa, whose status is unknown. Michiho died at the clock tower last night, after I killed her. But if she was the departed, her death would not prove her innocence. There's also the matter of things we noticed at her doorway. There's clearly something odd about that room. It's safe to say, Michiho Kinukawa is a prime suspect. Let's start deducing now. Assuming the departed is among the ones still alive, we can exclude Mr. Konoe and Abe. The departed is said to be a bride, and the ones who hold the grudge are female, so it stands to reason that they transform into a girl. This is still just conjecture, obviously. But without solid evidence, I'm going to have to make some assumptions to narrow down the suspects to the most likely candidates. What about Maruhashi? I didn't meet her until Mr. Kokuri's case. Before that, the departed attacked both I and Shou after learning about my friendship with her. Maruhashi doesn't know that they're my friends, so the chances of her being the departed, that's slim. Doruyou is rather suspicious. And together with Michiho, she's been helping me from the very beginning. Additionally, she knows all about the case and is quite interested in me. We can assume Himeko Doruyou is a suspect. This is just a possibility. But if Michiho or Doruyou are the departed, their smiles when they called my name and when they told me they believed in me, it all came from the dead. That reality would be a bitter pill to swallow. However, there's still another possibility. And that's the fact that Izumi might not have been telling the truth. Izumi was going insane at that time. He might not have intended to lie, though that's not to say that he didn't lie either. Well, if we consider that possibility, the female doll would seem suspicious. We were eaten by Mushikami. Her last words matched the ritual scene I saw in my mind. Especially because the word "we" could refer to the two brides. Two souls with the same resentment turned into a single spirit. And that spirit is the departed. The possibility is there. We can assume the female doll is also a suspect. Unlike a detective novel or a police drama, we're not just going to turn up definitive evidence in a spirit case like this. And despite that, I still have to make a choice. Among the three likely candidates, which is the departed? Oh good, I can't afford to make a mistake. Michiho Kinukawa is... No. If Frog Room really was her room, and she went from loving insects to hating them, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Himeko Doruyou is... I think he is departed. Can I pick the departed for all three of them? No, I don't think the doll's the departed. The doll has not shown up enough. Doruyou is the departed, not Michiho or the female doll. Is this my final answer? Of course. Everyone knows whenever you take a test, you go with your first answers. Well, I know my answer. It's time to go to the clock tower. Everything, it'll be clear there. Whether I like it or not. The door to the clock tower is open. The departed is waiting for me up ahead. I can't even imagine what will happen next. I really can't at this point. I inhale the clear night air and I breathe it out. I push the door open. See what I have to say about the mannequin this time. I don't know why I'm asking if it's clothed. It's not clothed now. What in the world? There are red handprints all over the wall. They're red mold, not blood. The same type of mold as on the notices. The tower wasn't like this before. The clock tower has changed. Is this also the work of the departed? Ugh. What is this dreadful sensation filling the air? The power of the curse is overwhelming. I have to put an end to it quickly. I need to find a tooth. One arm-shaped clump of red mold is emerging from the wall. Question floor. Nope. Two arm-shaped clumps of red mold are emerging from the wall. This place doesn't make sense. Why am I back to the room filled with handprints? Something beyond my comprehension is happening right now. Shit. This is bad. The curse is slowly eating my body. My body won't last if I don't put a stop to this right now. Go down. I'm back here again. Same clump. Can't run. Go up. Go up even though it's gonna send me right back down. I remember those are upside down. There's only 3 handprints on the wall. There's 1. I'm gonna end up dying. 2. Well, I was smarter than I thought I was. Back down for that one. Did I make it? Did I make it? No. I have run out of spirit. Well, that's that. Go faster. I don't know why it brings up the doll as possibly the target. scratch. So I go up on the odds, go down on the evens. No, I went down last time and I died. Okay, maybe I wasn't. I know exactly why I'm back in this story. It's all a ploy to eat away at my sanity. Oh. See? What's that? Something's... Oh, it's rolling on the floor. This is... broken remains of the female doll. But how? What happened? Pain from the curse and the agitation from this surprise. My head's about to burst. Calm down. Just calm your ass down. So I say to myself over and over again. Then I inspect the broken female doll. Her limbs are missing. Only her head, dress, and some broken pieces remain. And when I look closely at the broken pieces, I see something resembling teeth marks. This is most likely from a bite. Was she devoured by the departed? The departed grew stronger after devouring the doll, which turned the lights in the special building red. It does make sense. I hear a faint voice. Is this the doll's voice?
Take me. Take me.
What do you want to say?
Take me. Protect you. From red curse.
Her voice goes silent. What did the female doll say? Take me. Eat me to protect you from the red curse. I still don't get it. However, this doll mustered all of her remaining strength just to say that to me, so I can't ignore her words. I'd better take her corpse with me. I want to eat said doll. Oh, the malicious disturbance that was happening in this place has subsided. Makes me feel a little bit better. Is this all thanks to this female doll? Fragments of the female doll are scattered on the floor. Eat me to protect you from the red curse. What does it mean? Why do I not get an option to eat the doll? 5 arm-shaped clumps of red mold are emerging from the wall. I feel like I go up. I don't know why I wouldn't. Try going up. Let's hope I made the right choice. I climbed the ladder once again. Where will this ladder take me this time? Will I end up climbing the clock tower for all eternity without an exit? My mind conjures up numerous ominous predictions like this, one after the other. Except I know that can't be how this ends. What the departed wants is a wedding ceremony, and a groom is needed for that to happen. I guess this ladder is like a vertical wedding aisle. And waiting for me at the end will be my bride. Find myself in a bright red room. The stone walls and floor are covered with red mold. There are strange plants growing on the floor that look like overgrown moss. Sight that you'll never see in nature. Did the departed cause this paranormal phenomenon? There is an altar in the middle of the room. It's an altar that would be the center of a Western-style wedding. This will be the end of my walk down the aisle then. Take the notice out and check it. The red wedding hall. Please call the name of your bride who's hiding in the school. This place must be the red wedding hall. And then I should call the departed by the name they've been using at school. Right. The very name I have guessed. I wonder if there's a reason why they want me to call them by their name here. Perhaps the departed wishes to have a groom that really knows every single thing about his bride. Everything. Even their terrifying secrets. The departed, who has been hiding in Konohara Academy. Your real name is Himeko Doruyou. My voice echoes throughout the room. There's no answer at all, only the heavy silence filling the air. The room's filling with mold. It's getting hard to breathe. And when I turn around... Ow.
You are not my real husband. Still love you. Let us exchange a brief vow. Thank you, dear husband. Goodbye.
続いてのニュースです。本日未明、東京都 H 市にある近衛原学園高等学校で男性が倒れているとの通報がありました。男性は死亡が確認されており、警察が詳しい状況を調べているとのことです。
I think that worked out pretty well for me.
resume from the infirmary.
I don't know. I feel like I completed this investigation just fine.
No, you fucked up. Think about the story again. The story of the departed. There weren't just one woman, but
Yeah, my second option after if Doruyou hadn't worked out would be to call out both Michiho and Doruyou. Perpetrators. Because they are both cursed by the doll, and clearly they both hate the doll. And now that I know that doll ends up in a pile on the ground. Oh no, I think I got the good ending. Like they put them both in the same shot, just to tell me that they both are departed. It is new. Pretty sure I go down again. There's my friend. I miss doll. You were creepy. But you keep me safe.
私食べ
Climb the ladder once again. Let's go up and get married. Did I miss anything else? No. The departed who has been hiding in Konohara Academy, your real name is Michiho Kinukawa and Himeko Doruyou. My voice echoes throughout the room. Okay. There's no answer at all, only the heavy silence filling the air.
I expected nothing less of you, my dear husband. I believed in you.
Two people appear before my eyes. Doruyou. Michiho. I was hoping I was wrong. However, my guess was on the mark.
Dear husband, we've been watching you while hiding in the schools the whole time.
Dear husband, we've tested you to see if you're worthy of being our real husband or not.
Both of them sound dead. Their eyes are lifeless. They don't look like the Doruyou and Michiho I came to know. You two are the departed's brides, the Mayumura sisters. Mikiko and Michiho Mayamura. Right. Sisters was the key to unlocking the truth. The departed wasn't just one entity hiding at the school. It was two. I had proof that Michiho was the departed, which meant that the person who received the curse at the same time would also be the departed, Doruyou. Bearing that mark on her face is displaying the evidence that she's indeed the departed as well. Then, are you the ones who caused all those spirits to appear?
That is correct.
So the spirit I saw clinging to Doryu's back was fake.
The groom only needs his bride. The bride only needs her groom. Everyone else is unnecessary.
If they're allowed to keep using the dead to cause more casualties, the damage will be incalculable as their victims become new spirits. More and more people will die until the bride and groom are all that remain. That's the ending the departed desires. I have to stop this twisted madness at any cost.
Dear husband, you have shown us your brilliant intelligence. You managed to learn the truth about us without being deceived by sympathy or fake deaths.
Dear husband, you have shown us your impeccable lineage. Due to your bloodline, you were able to see, hear, and face the spirits.
Dear husband, you have shown us your stunning personality. Having formed an emotional bond with us brides, you mustered up the courage to push through your fear for us.
You're not like those weak, fragile, beheaded men, or the coward who fled from the notice. You're different from those fake grooms.
Dear heavens, you truly are our real husband.
What are you gonna do to me?
We are the departed's brides and groom. Let us exchange our marriage vows in this red wedding hall. And spend our days in this Michiho chamber forever after. That is the happy ending we long for.
Mikiko. Your husband looks so delicious. I can't control myself anymore.
Dear husband. Yappari. Konoe.
Can I bite you?
Michiho's face changes before my eyes. How terrifying. Is this the departed's true form?
I wanna bite. I wanna bite, husband.
Every time she speaks, the insects come out of her mouth, move their legs. What is that black liquid dripping from her mouth? Is that her saliva? Does she see me as food? Oh, I'm completely disoriented. My mind can't process everything before me. I feel like the last thin thread of my sanity is going to snap.
Do not rush, Michiho. We must exchange vows first. Days, weeks, and months from now, our husband's body shall be dyed in Mushikabe's colors. His organs shall be infested with mold, and he'll be filled with insects, making him beautiful. We need to wait until that time, alright?
Wanna bite? Wanna bite?
What a troublesome child. Dear husband, you are a bad man. Because you really do look delicious.
Dear husband, Buddy, Candy.
Can I bite you?
The mark on Doryu's face starts spreading like mold, distorting her face. Is that unsightly look on her face supposed to be, I don't know, joy? I'm quaking in fear just looking at her. I can't even muster a scream.
Want to bite? Want to bite?
Wanna bite? Wanna bite? Wanna bite? Wanna bite? Wanna bite? Wanna bite?
But they can no longer control their ravenous hunger. The figures of two brides who longed for a wedding are no longer here. Instead, what I'm seeing now are two long dead spirits who are warped by madness.
Miko. Shall we bite him together?
Michiho? Let us bite him together.
Doruyou and Michiho look at each other. Then they hug one another. Their arms and legs intertwined, body pressed against body, sticking like glue. After repeating the same motion several times, the boundary between the two disappears and they have united into one.
Look, dear husband. Look at us. We have consumed the scarlet marionette.
And when the candlestick is relit,
Dear husband, am I beautiful now?
my mind and body are overwhelmed by fear. Like I'm a toad being hypnotized by a serpent. The departed has gained a new form from the swirling red mold. Grotesque-looking demon coming out of a dull, bulging belly. Ugh. I can feel her intense emotion as her 4 eyes stare me down. And that emotion is desire. The scarlet desire to devour their beloved and usher them to their demise. Is it even possible to save them?
Dear husband, let me bathe all of you in the color of insects.
A flood of insects issues forth from their mouth and assault me. If this keeps up, I'll be eaten alive by bugs. But I can't give up here. What should I do? Well, that wasn't very fair at all. That was a cheap shot, my bride. I mean, if I die, I have to go through the entire dialogue set again. Gotta get this right the first time. Bugs are chased away by frogs. But I have a gun. But mold goes away with bleach. Yeah, that's so tempting. Smart money tells me I should pull the frog towards insects. Because that's what's coming to destroy me. I hold up the dried frog to cover myself from the attacking bugs. I hope it works. Hold the dried frog up in front of me. The moment I lay my hand on the frog, I remember what that voice told me earlier. Frogs drive away bugs. So, this might work then. The departed sneers as the insects pour forth an attack. Oh, frog. But then the insects disperse into the darkness to avoid the frog. It looks like I made the right choice. The departed shrieks in anger upon seeing the insects leave. They seem to be muttering something. Bug? No. Is it mold? Just as I think that to myself. Oh, sharp pain runs throughout my arm. Oh, mold starts growing on my arm. So now they're going with mold, huh? Mold spreading throughout my body. I feel like vomiting.
Let me bathe you in the color of mold.
They'll get consumed by mold at this rate. No time to sit around. Oh, I really hope he chooses to conclusion. I need to do something before this damn mold covers my whole body. I don't really have an idea of what I should do. I believe there are clues somewhere, because if I don't do anything, I'll be dead. Scrapping the female doll's head. Well, I try eating it. The moment I lay my hand on the doll's broken remains, I remember what that voice said at that time. Eat me to protect you from the red curse. Honestly, I was surprised to remember it on my own. I'm a little bit nervous. I rarely take a bite of the female doll's head. It's an unpleasant sensation, like I'm chewing on stone. Then a clay texture and taste start to spread inside my mouth. Making up my mind, I swallow it down. And at that moment, both the mold and the unpleasant nausea disappear in an instant. I made the right choice. The departed sounds distraught after seeing both the insects and the mold cleared away. Letting out a roar, they approach me. They can eat me now? Here we go again. The departed won't ever be satisfied until they kill me. Although, my Imura sisters are the departed. My Imura sisters longed for a blissful marriage. Hell, this bloody ritual can't be real. What is it that you really want?
That's your husband.
Is that their answer? They sound sad. Right at that moment, I hear something distant in the darkness shrouding my vision.
Give it back.
That voice just... Like, give it back. Do you mean... It's not working, huh? Oh, I'm pretty sure the voice just now was the departed's true feelings, but they returned to being their mad monster form.
Bye.
Communicate with spirit home. But at least I've got a clue now. I might be able to save the departed soul using that clue. was something used in the celebration, given Seizou's wedding. This is a bad choice. Let's put the dress on the departed.
Yosh.
Pulling out the red dress. Try putting it on the departed. And fold the dress and call out to the departed. Come closer. Allow me to put this dress on you. They wail and insects come pouring out of their body. They immediately hold up the dried frog to repel the insects, though the frog is damaged. I doubt this blessing is what is coming to save them. Perhaps the method I chose isn't the right one. Oh, it's such a goodness word. They have stolen from them, and they want back. Not only their lives, the happiness the light and oral system was supposed to receive. A wedding is an occasion where the bride is celebrated. What should I do with the word? I shall give you this dress.
Million red
Oh, the departed mutter something with a smile. Did they just tell me to give them vermilion thread? Like the legend? I'm pretty sure this dress is made of red silk thread, so it should fit around. Is this the standard custom during a real wedding? Is this the celebration you want? The departed stares at me in silence. They seem somewhat bewildered. I guess this is evidence that I've stirred something in their heart. Thankfully, I made the right choice. The departed takes a slow, deep breath. Perhaps the departed longs to experience a traditional M-Town wedding ceremony. Remember the true vows you love. The departed starts breathing heavily. Did that trigger a memory or something? have to come closer? Over letting out a roar that approached me.
Bye.
Guess that's not it. Oh, the party has gone insane once again. They're on the verge of devouring me. However, there's no way I can give up here. Think, dear, there must be something I can still do. The departed probably wants the traditional way. I believe the groom usually gives something to the bride, but it's still not enough. What else should I do? Alright. Red threads. Okay, lipstick on my teeth. Looking for million ink on my teeth. What? Not supposed to go on my teeth. I would be more convinced to use these choices if it didn't have the word Flurry on the teeth.
Yoshi.
I opened the vermilion ink container to apply it to the departed's teeth. Dipping my finger in the vermilion ink, I call out to the departed. Let us exchange our wedding vows. Let me paint your teeth red.
Dear husband.
I feel like the departed isn't as deranged as they were before. Now is the time. Oh, I nervously extend the fingers I've coated with vermilion ink toward the departed. This is what's written in the chief priest's note I found at Mushikabi Shrine. At wedding ceremonies in M-Town, the groom is supposed to give the bride vermilion thread and paint her teeth red. All the M-Town brides were overjoyed to be on the receiving end of this traditional practice. Using what I've got, a dress made with red silk thread would equate to giving the bride vermilion thread. And smearing red ink on their teeth aligns with painting their teeth red with lipstick. Though I would like to do that now. I gently smear the vermilion ink on the departed's teeth, giving them a blessing. The departed, this is the blessing that I, your groom, give to you. My bride. After a long silence, their lips curve into a smile. Then
Dear husband. For so long. For so long.
after muttering such a thing. Oh, the departed disappears with a cry that is oddly neither filled with love nor hatred. Looks like I made the right choice. Or tootin' I survived. Oh, this should be good. Or is it? Did the departed regain their lost blessings so they can finally rest in peace? I really hope that's the case. However, a cold wind refuses to stop blowing through the gaping hole in my heart. Doruyou. Michiho. For a while, I simply stand rooted to this spot, stunned, distraught. Then I think about the way those girls simply disappeared without regaining their consciousness. I remember the look on their faces when that happened. They were smiling for some reason. Well, it's time to go. Now that I've managed to survive this ordeal somehow, there are some things I must do. As I descend, I notice that the red handprints on the wall have now vanished. I assume that all the other strange phenomena have ceased after the departed's departure. Clock tower is frozen in time. Bet those hands won't move ever again. Because the two students who wanted to make that happen for the school's 70th anniversary are no longer with us. Oh, I better get out of here. Yasouka's waiting for me. Oh, I hope Mashita's back there. I should let Yasouka know how this case ended. We gonna save so I don't screw it up, because you never know. Maybe Yasouka's really the departed.
Welcome back, Yashiki.
Well, the spirit that was possessing Yasouka is gone now, and the light in the infirmary is no longer red.
Is it over?
Yeah.
You did well. Where's Doruyou?
Hmm?
Yashiki?
Yasouka looks at me with gentle eyes. She then follows with a slight, knowing nod.
Things happened, I see. Tell me whenever you're ready. No rush.
I'm sorry.
Want me to answer that?
No, it's fine. I'll do it. God, I hope it's Mashita. Hello?
Try being a bit more cheery, will ya?
Ah, this annoyed tone and these harsh words. You're alive, Mashita.
Yep. I failed to die. I lost my phone, so I couldn't call. Took me a while to find a working public phone.
Thank God you managed to escape and find the only thing that us old people know about.
I was sprinting through that damn forest so hard I wanted to puke the whole time. They almost caught my ass several times, but luckily for me, they disappeared midway through the chase. They probably decided to go be with their husband rather than playing tag with me. How did it go on your end?
Well, it's over. The departed has vanished.
Okay. Then... did you save the departed?
I think I did.
Then why do you sound like you're at a funeral? Perk the fuck up, man. Mission accomplished. You should be proud of yourself. Nobody thinks you're cruel for doing what needed to be done.
Sorry, I'm not really in the mood for that.
Yeah, not surprised at all. I'm heading there now. Give me the details once I'm there. Bye.
That was Mashita, wasn't it? I'm glad he's safe and sound.
He said he's coming here.
Shall we leave once he arrives then? You should rest, Yashiki. I'll contact the headmaster for you.
Thanks, Yasouka. I'm touched by Yasouka's thoughtfulness. Since the last scene is still so vivid in my mind, I don't think I can deliver a professional report to the headmaster right now.
By the way, Yashiki, why are you holding on to that?
Oh, you mean this? I hadn't even realized it, but I'm clutching something I picked up in the clock tower. The female doll's head and dress. They saved my life. Well, there's no particular reason. Maybe I'm just feeling sentimental. Cold autumn wind continues to blow through H City. One night, the sound of a bell can be heard coming from the empty school. It sounds like someone wailing, lonely and sad. Funeral bell. For whom does it toll? Is it for the victims of this case who were cursed to death by the spirits? Is it for Himeko and Michiho, whose bodies were stolen by the departed? Or is it for the poor girls who died at their wedding? Whatever the case, this bell's peal might mark the end of the strange incidents involving the departed. However, it doesn't mean this is all over. Even though I've only had the name Spirit Doctor for a short time, I'm still someone who can connect with spirits. I must look deeper into these depths. No matter what terror and hardships lie ahead. The seal engraved in my heart that day, and for my loved ones, as well as the deceased. Until the day when the gentle sun shines in the sky.
ちへの汚れなき終焉断罪に導かれた変わることのない過去にこだわり続け破滅の深淵へと沈む今にも閉ざされそうな光の輪に酔いすがりかすれる声で許しをこ愚かさ笑う信じ抜く力を汚したくない馬鹿げたうぬぼれだと知っていてもなくすことの怖さ行く手を遮る見えない明日なら名もなきものへ帰ればいいああ正しいものすべてが神の手にあるのならどうか教えてほしい失った願望のありかどうあがいたら見つかるのかどこからか聞こえてくる色なき声耳かすめなくしたものが残した言葉重ね歩く虚空の群れ切り裂いて声の行方追いかける残光の影たどれば暗闇と貸し出す信じた選択に裏切られても孤独が選んだ道でなければやがて輝きへと行き先は変わる明日との出会いが姿なきもの光となるああ正しいものすべてが神の手にあるのならどうか教えてほしい過ぎ去った嵐の後の透明な空が描くものを愛しき者たちよ優しき友たちよ今ここにある確かな足跡だけ信じて進むよ新たな決意伝えるためああ正しいものすべてが神の手にあるのならどうか迎えてほしい照らされた魂たちを安堵の泉の聖なる地へ運命の結末への一行を書き足すなら愛を持つ者たちへの汚れなき終焉
A week has passed since that night. Konohara Academy hasn't changed much since my first visit. 'Though this is only the calm before the storm.
「
The calm before the storm.
「 「 「 「 「 」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 「」 "」 「」 「」 「」 「」 "」 「」 "」 「」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "」 "" ""
Even though spirit has vanished, the truth and the havoc they wrought still remain. Weekly magazines and the like have been littered with articles about mysterious disappearances at an H-City school. It's only a matter of time before the press descends upon the school. And when that happens, well, students will lose their normality once again. There's nothing I can do about that. I walk past the students and enter the school. Unlike my first visit here, the bell doesn't ring.
Oh, you're here, Yoshiki. Apologies. I've been quite busy lately. I've had my hands full with parents and police asking for explanations about the students who have disappeared. Though, all I can do is tell them that I don't know anything more than they do. So I get called an irresponsible headmaster.
Well, quite a few people have gone missing in a short amount of time. And yet we can't share what actually transpired. Being thrust into the limbo between reality and the spirit world, it's got a pretty tough situation.
Sooner or later, I'll likely have to resign. Someone will be made to bear responsibility for these incidents. I've got no regrets, though. The case is solved, and I can hold my head high knowing what happened.
Mr. Konoe,
I've read your report. I feel absolutely terrible for Sakamoto. And I can't believe Doruyou and Kinukawa were actually the departed.
yeah,
I have no intention of revealing the truth. Obviously. It's not like that would allay the concerns of anyone. We shall consider them to be missing persons, like Sakamoto and the others.
that should be fine. The real versions of them are victims too.
Actually, I was curious as to why the departed pretended to be Doruyou and Kinukawa in order to hide among the students. There doesn't seem to be a need to mingle with everyone here in order to simply find a husband.
You know, I don't know either. There are a number of things concerning the departed that still don't make any sense to me. Such as, why were they in the clock tower?
Maybe you'll get a bit more closure after that matter if you read this.
He proceeds to hand me a leather journal from the nearby desk.
This journal belonged to my grandfather, the first headmaster of Konohara Academy. A relative found this at their home and sent it my way. I know now isn't exactly the ideal time for you to see this, but feel free to take your time looking it over.
Thanks. I'll borrow this then.
I guess that's all from me. But let me thank you one last time. I appreciate all your help, Yoshiki. You helped me save Konohara Academy. I also want to extend my sincere apologies for being harsh with you.
Nah, don't worry about that. I know you were desperate to save both the school and the students.
I'm glad you understand. That reminds me, Daimon will be here today. Why don't you go talk with him?
Oh, sure thing. I'd love to. I miss that guy. Say goodbye to Mr. Konoe and leave the faculty room. Daimon has been waiting in the infirmary.
Long time no see, Yoshiki.
How you feeling, Daimon? You look like death.
Oh, I feel like I got slapped by Will Smith 1,000 times. I think resting in a hospital bed actually did me some good. I'm feeling better. Well, better is relative for me.
He's still got that lingering cough, but his voice is full of life. Seems like he's fully recovered.
Sorry, I had to abandon you midway. I was dying. I ended up forcing everything on you. All responsibility and emotional trauma.
Yeah.
Many people died because of this case. It's a bit sad and lonely knowing no one will ever learn the truth besides those of us who were involved.
Oh, that is true.
Let us remember those who died at the very least. It's a cross that all of us who were involved in the incident will have to bear.
Nevertheless, we live on, believing that we will save someone else another day. It's a remark Daimon said during Haneko's case. The suffering of a doctor who constantly has to face the grim reality of death. Despite that, he's still determined to save others. I comprehend the weight of those words a bit more now.
I'll keep that in mind. Having the spirit doctor tell me that made me feel blessed to be a doctor. Say, Yoshiki, I hope you keep pushing ahead in your own way, despite all the struggles that come. And stop picking up teeth. There's gotta be someone out there who's just waiting for you to extend your hand.
Yeah, someone with a lot of teeth.
Please, no.
I finished my conversation with Daimon, saying my goodbyes, and I leave the infirmary. Then I head straight out of the school. Find myself at the front gate. School's been over for a while, so there are a few students still milling about.
Oh, Yoshiki! Should I take over? Alright. Hello?
What are you doing here, I?
Well, Daimon told me you'd be here today. Looks like I almost missed you, huh? It's all because Shou keeps slowing me down.
Shut it with your bullshit. You're the one at fault here. What's the point of making me dress like this, even though the case is over?
I think it makes you look good.
The case is over, but we're still gonna stick out like a sore thumb if we wear casual clothes to a school. Plus, this is another great chance to wear the Konoe Hara Academy uniform. You look good in that blazer, Shou.
Yikes, stop it. You're giving me the creeps. I would have passed if I'd known it'd be like this.
Yeah, totally. I worked 7 days straight and I finally got a day off. I just want to lay on the couch and drink.
Both of you complain way too much.
Looks like I invited both of them here. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last saw each other.
I asked some of the others too, but apparently they already had plans today.
Glad to see you're doing well, old man. You looked like a zombie when we were on that case.
Is that so?
Got some bags on your eyes, though. You been staying up late?
Oh, you mean this? Been doing some work at home. Sometimes I get too caught up in my work, and by the time I realize it, the sun's creeping through the blinds.
You still living that kind of life even after the case? You're one hell of a night owl.
Rest is just as important as work, Yashiki. Should we go and grab something good to eat?
I like that idea. I know a good ramen shop. Pile on the pork and green onions.
Why ramen? Cake is much better, right, Yashiki?
No,
You don't have to work hard today, right, Yashiki? You're gonna collapse if you don't take a breather once in a while. And you're not good at that.
Fine. In the end, I let myself be dragged to both a popular ramen place and a cake shop. I and Shou are bubbly as ever, while Hiroo chimes in occasionally with sardonic comments. Observing the scene in front of me, it feels like this is the first time I've been able to have a normal, ordinary day in quite a while. However, there's a strange feeling that I can't shake. As if I'm walking around in shoes that don't fit. I guess this is what readapting to mundane life feels like. Guess I'm just too used to having dark, unnatural forces inserting themselves into my life. Skimmed through the first headmaster's journal that Mr. Konoe loaned me. The stuff written inside is related to the female doll and the departed. The first headmaster knew about M-Town's horrific ritual, the departed's wedding. He apparently learned about it from a former M-Town resident. He wanted to offer condolences to the victims of the ritual and those who were claimed by the departed's wrath. He particularly pitied the Myanmar sisters, whose dreams of a happy marriage was betrayed. Inside the clock tower that was built to celebrate Konohara Academy's 10th anniversary, built a room as a memorial service, complete with an altar where he offered a Western doll. That doll was the female doll in the scarlet dress. He got it from someone who dealt in spiritual items. It's said the female doll was made to be an offering for a pitiful soul and had hidden spiritual power. Learning that, the headmaster believed the doll could soothe the souls of the Mayumura sisters. He then dressed the doll in a beautiful bridal gown. In his mind, he was being thoughtful to the sisters who had their matrimonial wishes twisted into a grotesque ritual. His love for antique things was probably what led him to choose the red dress over a now traditional white gown. The first headmaster may have thought he was helping, but romanticizing the tragedy of the two brides, well, it eventually led to this disaster. The deep-seated grudge of the Mayumura sisters remained in the Konohara area, and that grudge began dwelling inside the female doll. Eventually, the departed was born. And that's where the journal ends. First headmaster passed away after that. Perhaps the departed's curse killed him as well. He set the events in motion, and then, 60 years later, the departed appeared at Konohara Academy. No one can ever truly know how or why such things occur. We can only imagine and speculate. And after the first headmaster's death, the female doll disappeared. It was taken from the clock tower, or at least the part normal people could access. The place the doll ended up must have been the Red Room, somewhere only the departed could access. They were awaiting a new vessel other than the doll, one in which they could make their dream of a happy marriage come true. That replacement finally came after so many years. One summer break, 2 female students visited the clock tower. Those students were the real Michiho Kinukawa and Himeko Doruyou. They were there for the clock tower renovation project to commemorate the school's 70th anniversary. The departed brought them to the altar room and they killed them, using the curse of insects and mold, claiming their bodies and memories. The older sister, Michiho Mayumura, became Himeko Doruyou, while the younger sister, Michiho, turned into Michiho Kinukawa. Then they hid in the school, attempting to find a husband that was suitable to fulfill their wish for a happy marriage. The rest is history. The departed used other spirits and notices as tests for their groom candidates. The Doruyou and Michiho I'd come to know were fakes. Everything was an act. Despite that, both of them looked and acted far too human. Their warm words, their gentle smiles and innocence. Did they really need to go so far just to test me to see if I was worthy of marriage? Why did they do all that? Well, This is just a hunch. But maybe when the departed stole Doruyou and Michiho's memories, they might have noticed there were other ways to satisfy their deep, unrealized wishes. Doruyou called that possibility love. The departed spent their days in the school trying to stay near their husband, having conversations and swapping smiles like any other youth. Born in a feudal town 100 years ago, maybe they'd never had the opportunity to experience that before. As a result, their love for their husband grew. This would have been something that they truly treasured. That might have been how they could act so naturally, protecting that glittering youth. Who knows? Maybe they even wished they could just continue living in that way. Except they were spirits. They couldn't escape their sanguinolite fate. In order to fulfill their desire for marriage, they ended up choosing the spirit's path. Perhaps it was the only way they got to know what they craved.
Dear husband, for so long, for so long, for you.
I wonder what the departed was trying to say at that time. Did it have something to do with love? Even their intense resentment disappeared just by imitating M-Town's traditional wedding. Was that also because of their love? And if that's true, my strange life as a teacher and the time I spent with them was not so in vain. Because that way, the memories we made together are what ended up saving those girls. The departed. Terrifying spirit that killed a lot of people in the last 2 months. Though considering their grudges and wishes, they were also poor victims themselves. Terror and sadness that filled them. After learning both sides of the coin. Did not expect this choice to be coming my way. I want to forgive the departed. I reach for my cup after that. Chugging down the liquid inside, I get up from my seat and check the time. The day, well, it's already changed. Late at night. Guess it's time. Time to start working. I head to my room on the second floor. I notice I left my blinds open. I notice my room is awfully open and empty. Then alright, all done. I finally managed to fix it. I was able to use the techniques I learned at the workshop I found when looking up information about doll care. Though it's fixed, her soul won't come back. This female doll, She saved my life. The departed's grudges moved from this doll to Doruyou and Michiho. So, who was the spirit inhabiting this doll? I have a hunch. It may have been the souls of the real Michiho and Doruyou. Those two girls were brimming with spiritual energy, which is likely why the departed chose to claim their bodies. I have a hunch that their souls dwelled inside the doll after they were killed. The way the doll's appearance changed as the departed transformed might be evidence that the girls' souls were still connected to their bodies. So the doll was wandering around the school without their memories, not knowing what to do. And despite being in that confused state, their fear and resentment of the departed still remained. That's why they helped me. Still, what's the point of me fixing this doll? Not like it'll speak again if it's mended. God, I hope not. Plus, even if it were to talk, what useful information would it possibly have for me? As far as I know, the souls contained inside this doll belong to the actual Michiho and Doruyou. Not the fake versions who considered me their teacher. It's a pointless undertaking, and I have a feeling it'll only make me feel emptier inside. So why do I keep doing this? I guess it's a form of prayer. It won't change anything, though I also believe that it's not for nothing. I believe some souls will be saved if I do this. Hang on a little longer, you two. That doll better not just talk to me.